You go. Okay, look there. Friend. Huyo. 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 Abductor huyo. Abductor huyo. Abductor huyo. Abductor. Abductor huyo.
Ladies and gentlemen, I have to state it clear here that Rigiji should not trust Kalonzo Musyoka. Kalonzo Musyoka is one of the politicians in this country who have a huge experience on the Kenya's political terrain. Remember, he worked with Moi, worked with Kibaki, worked with Uhuru. He has been in Uhuru's time, and now he has been in William Ruto's time as well. He has worked with Raila Amolo Odinga closely. He's so much experienced. But the fact remains that we have to admit here that Kalonzo Musyoka has weaknesses which cannot allow anybody to trust him at any point. This name that he was called a watermelon, it was not just for the sake of it. This name was serious and he deserved it. On this video here today, I'm going to dissect it clearly, the reason as to why Rigiji and his entire team cannot trust Kalonzo Musyoka. But before I do so, please, if this is the first time you're watching my videos, please make sure that you subscribe, like, and comment, because that is the best support you can always give this channel. Let me dive into the topic today. Now, first and foremost, the first thing that I want to talk about here is that the previous history of Kalonzo Musyoka of betrayal makes someone to really not to trust him. Why am I saying so? Kalonzo Musyoka is said to have betrayed Raila Amolo Odinga in 2007. That kind of betrayal is when he actually got the name of being a watermelon.
Wanakuja na maneno matamu na tanda peremende.
Nimerudi nyumbani.
Wewe ulikuwa wapi?
Ukiniangalia mimi ni mtu naweza kukaa tu kwa fence, sijui mbele hala nyuma.
Ulikuwa wapi?
Watu wengine wanasema watermelon. Watermelon ya sijui kina mama zao sijui nini.
And Kalonzo Musyoka has been that way ever since. Nobody understands what he's doing. Nobody knows what he's up to. Nobody knows his plan. He's with you here, he's thinking of his own things. Whenever he has a press conference, he's speaking on behalf, you feel like he's speaking on behalf of someone else. So Kalonzo Musyoka cannot be trusted in any platform. And this history, actually, let me give you an example here. If you remember last year, 2022 general elections, Kalonzo Musyoka was not understood the last moment. He positioned himself in a certain way that either William Ruto or Raila Amolo Odinga could have gone for him. And of course, through Kenyatta, Raila Amolo Odinga was able to get Kalonzo Musyoka at the last minute. Last minute. Because Kalonzo Musyoka played a certain funny politics where he knew he cannot win the presidency, he cannot campaign without money, and Raila Amolo Odinga is a better candidate, so he could not muscle him. So it resulted to just being somewhere where you cannot tell exactly what he's thinking about. So that's how he actually eventually came late with so many conditions, with so many words to say. But the fact remains that nobody understood him up to that moment he made a decision. So having such a lead on board, imagine it is 2027. Let me give you an example here. Kalonzo Musyoka has reached a point and seen that he cannot win the presidency or he does not have money for the campaigns. Then now he decides he wants to see the team that can offer him a good deal. If Raila Amolo Odinga and William Ruto offers him the deal to support him in 2032, and then, for instance, they can, of course, go against that. But they give him a better option on board. That means very well, Kalonzo Musyoka is going to side with Raila Amolo Odinga and William Ruto. Especially if there's a runoff. If there's a runoff today and then you realize that, who should I side to? I should side to this other side. That means very well that Kalonzo Musyoka will take where he'll benefit more. Why will he even take William Ruto and Raila Amolo Odinga? If you check, William Ruto is going for 5 years and then go home. Unless he changes the constitution. And then if Rigiji comes as a person, or maybe they bring another candidate, let's say Matiang'i or Maraga or someone else, these people will be able to campaign for this person for 10 years. So Kalonzo Musyoka will definitely weigh his political future and see where it lies best, where his interests are well served. And most likely, he'll go to the place where he feels 5 years are fewer than the 10 years. So he will feel like, if I go to William Ruto and Raila Amolo Odinga, I still have a huge political future ahead. And probably we might think of having now a team that is having the Kalenjins, having the Luos, and then having now his Kamba region is probably good enough to go for the seat. So in a nutshell, we have to admit here today, that Kalonzo Musyoka cannot be trusted because of the way he thinks and the way he does things. He can come here, sit, you can't understand him. You try to look at him, excuse me, what you are saying, you can't see it. So in a nutshell, let us put it very clear here. Rigiji should not trust Kalonzo because of past history of betrayal. Another thing I want to say here is this. It is friendship between him and Uhuru Kenyatta. You have to admit here that Kalonzo Musyoka does not have the money and the numbers to vie for presidency in this country. And probably might even need people as well to support him across. And this person is very close to Uhuru Kenyatta. You remember when the son, I think the son or the daughter was doing a wedding, Uhuru Kenyatta was the guest of honor. And during this time, Kalonzo Musyoka was very comfortable with, of course, Uhuru Kenyatta. And after that, Uhuru Kenyatta met President William Ruto. We have never seen Kalonzo complain or say anything that is so negative about it. But the fact remains that these two people are friends. What if Uhuru Kenyatta tells him, keep Rigiji busy, and then let's see what happens. Let's make for you a good deal. Then come 2027, you are absorbed in government. And then you do this and that. Because right now, these people are aging. They're all looking for a way to amass more wealth to protect their families. Because we can't forget that when Kalonzo Musyoka actually after the elections, when there was someone who was needed to go to Yala, his son was taken. And the son was not even seen anywhere in politics. He was not campaigning. He was not seen doing anything. But he was brought on board. And he was given that seat. Who gave him? Is it just the Wiper Party? No. These people agree across. And you can see right now as we speak, it's Raila Amolo Odinga's daughter who is at Yala. So it goes like that. The other time it was Raila Amolo Odinga's brother who was at Yala. That's Oburu Odinga. So it keeps coming back that these people are fighting for their interests. So the fact means that Kalonzo Musyoka will reach a point, you look at the interest of the family and the interest and his political future and then say, no, let me go to where it is best protected. That's why I'm saying here strongly, Rigiji should not trust Kalonzo Musyoka. Another thing I want to say here is the push for the national figure of Kalonzo. Kalonzo Musyoka does not seem like he wants to be a national figure. He's known, yes, but he's not popular among the people. And he has not made any significant efforts to move across the country, even amass support for himself. Look at him. He only goes to Kambani and maybe on TV for press conferences. This guy has never come to Kisii. He has never gone to Western for any campaign. He has never gone to Luo Nyanza because Luo Nyanza, it's a place where he can go confidently and ask for votes because he supported Raila Amolo Odinga since 2013. Actually, from the time they had Chungwa and stuff, they came to 2013, they came to 2017, came to 2022. They have been supporting him ever since. So this is the time he needs to demand for the same support from the Luo Nyanza. But he has never been there. He has not shown the national figure in him that can enable many people to come for him. Maybe to support him or even come for him. That means very well that Kalonzo Musyoka is interested on a deal. He's not interested on the presidency. He wants to be just like Raila Amolo Odinga. He's not interested to become the president of this country. He only wants to be the factor that determines the presidency. He only wants to be the person people are looking for. He only wants to have a deal that's going to make him a better person after the elections. So therefore, Rigiji should not trust someone of that caliber because the time will come when we will leave him. Another thing that we have to say here, that Kalonzo Musyoka is always his word against his own word. There's a time he came out openly and said, I'll be the most stupid person to support Raila Amolo Odinga in the general election. Actually, he did not say it in private. He said it on social media, mainstream medias. And Kalonzo Musyoka repeated it. But when time came for him to make a decision, he supported Raila Amolo Odinga. He abandoned the person he said could be stupid and he decided to support Raila Amolo Odinga. So therefore, Kalonzo Musyoka, someone even abuses himself, diminishes himself to that extent. Now you are sitting with him in a boardroom and discussing with him on how to take William Ruto home. That cannot work. That cannot work. So Rigiji must know that if it's enemies that he has, they are very much closer to him. Please make sure that you subscribe to this channel and make sure that you keep following the videos that we do here because that's the best support you can always give this channel. My name is Abel Mokua. Let me see your opinion on the comment section. That was just mine. No hatred.